Morning. Welcome to Lanterns Live, the only live stream YouTube channel dedicated solely to Green Lantern. I just woke up everybody in the house because HBO Max decided to drop this trailer footage, or this footage, the first footage from Lanterns at like 5 in the morning. I just happened to wake up and fired up the stream. I'm ready to go. I haven't watched it yet. I'm really excited to watch it. It's a 2-minute long video, and I haven't I did a quick scrub, and I know it's at the very end. So hopefully things don't get messed up here and that I get kicked out. But let's do this. Let's put this on. I'm hoping Will shows up. It's really early where he is too. But I just want to send him one more text letting him know I'm live, and I'm ready. I'm so ready to watch this. So we're gonna watch it now from the YouTube channel, HBO Max. We'll do this. Which one do we want to do? No, we'll do this one. We'll do full screen. And I'm actually going to scrub through this because I know it's towards the end. And what's great is when I was scrubbing earlier, I noticed that there was there's a logo. So we got a logo. Hopefully everyone can hear this. I'm going to put it at half volume. And hopefully we don't get pinged, but this is it. And this is the day we're waiting for. This is the first ever footage from Lanterns, and I'm popping it on now.
I've trained my entire life for this.
You're not ready to get up for the class touring says you are.
Holy shit. Okay. Okay, that's it. Just a few seconds. Hal and John in a car. Hal jumps out of a car with the ring on the dashboard. That's nuts. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, in the background of my thing, we're going to watch that in a second again. But I have downloaded this video, and it looks like it hasn't downloaded. So maybe we should just, oh, here it is. I found it. I'm going to isolate that video, and I'm going to go ahead and trim it. How do you do that? Actually, I'm not going to trim it. Let's watch it again on YouTube. Let's do it again. Holy cow. That's it. Just a few seconds. And that's fine with me because since February, we had 0 seconds when they posted that first image. So we're going to watch it again. Let's pop it on here. I mean, let me ask you this. We're gonna watch this again one more time. Sorry for my voice again. It's very early. We're gonna watch this again with the audio, and then the rest of the time we'll just check out the video. But let's listen to what Hal has to say. I'm glad we finally have a logo. I don't know if that's the permanent logo, but man, it blasts through a lot in this couple seconds. Let's take a look at this again. Okay, here we go. Okay. So let's go back frame by frame. So we're getting a lot in here. We're getting military stuff. Hold on. There we go. We're getting military stuff here. Oh, it's Hal. It's Hal and John. And is that Garrett Dillahunt? That's that Garrett Dillahunt back there. Let me pop open this other version I have where I can really get in and we can really look at the footage here. This is going to be 720p. Let me remove this from the stage. Let me add share screen. No, it's not going to let me do that. Stop screen share. Sorry for this, guys. I literally woke up at like 5:17, which was like 20 minutes ago. Yeah, here we go. Where's my video playback? There we go. All right. It's time to look at some of this frame by frame. And again, this will be without sound, but let's take a quick, where are you at? Okay, so here we are in this Nebraska town. I don't think it's military either. Stevie's in the chat. Hi to everybody in the chat, by the way. Sorry I'm ignoring you. New Green Lantern stuff just dropped. Comics Jack is here. Jordan's here. Vactor's up. Vactor, I think you got an hour on me. I think it's like 6:45 in your neck of the woods. Cloned Avengers here. People seem to like it. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think it's military. It's like a VA hall or something, a town meeting perhaps. Yeah, if you look, let me get this open here. Like, is this Garrett Dillahunt right here in the middle? Is he a mayor? He's wearing all black, which probably leads to our theory that he ends up becoming Black Hand. Is that this is more fuel to the fire? Let me get this out of the way. Ooh, look, I could select this. Not seeing a whole lot of like Green Lantern-y stuff in here. I do have a theory that this town in Nebraska may be Desolation, which was in when Hal was older in 1990, Green Lantern issue 1. He revisited a town called Desolation, which was a town that he had visited with Green Arrow back in Hard Traveling Heroes. So I have a theory that this is the town of Desolation. Could be wrong, but yeah, there's not a whole lot of Green Lantern stuff happening in here, but Hal is wearing his duster from the picture that we've seen a billion times, and John is wearing the same clothes from that one picture that we've seen. So it looks like these guys are wearing these outfits a lot. I don't know if it's a coincidence or if like this whole story is taking place over like a small period of time where they wear these outfits in this town and we're getting flashbacks to that stuff to sort of pad out the series and the story, kind of like the first Deadpool where it all takes place on that bridge. Comics Jack says, I think Garrett Dillahunt is secretly Oliver Queen. I think so too. And I'll tell you something. Let me do this. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Let's do this one. We all saw the post where Garrett Dillahunt said Ollie Ollie Oxen free, and he was wearing a domino mask and he had a hood on. Looked like Oliver Queen, honestly. But if you look at the Lanterns logo that they've been using for production, there's over on eBay, and I was planning on doing a short for this. So if you go over to eBay, the logo for Lanterns, a Lanterns crew shirt that's up there, looks like the same Lantern logo from the Green Lantern, Green Arrow era, where if you just take the Green Lantern off of that, and it has that kind of shape that sort of like going off into the distant shape. That's what the logo looks like. Also, we've seen behind the scenes pictures of the logo that says Latitude, which is the code name for the show, or it says Lanterns. I've seen both versions with an apple exploding. And the apple looks very similar to the cover of Hard Traveling Heroes, Green Lantern, Green Arrow issue 76, where the battery is exploding, and it looks very, very similar. If you look at that issue 1 from 1990, Hal Jordan is dressed very similar to as he is in this, and with the imagery of hard traveling heroes, and the town of desolation and stuff like that, and with the logos, I really believe that Garrett Dillahunt is playing Oliver Queen. I don't know if that's the reason why Hal is here. Maybe Oliver Queen decided to retire to Desolation. Yeah, Comic Jacks. There's a hat out there, and I'm not. I posted it. There's a hat out there that has. It's for the crew. It's a crew gift from David Lindelof that has the Green Lantern logo on it with a bullseye in the middle. Will from Green Lantern's podcast mentioned the center, which has a spiral look to it. This is definitely not a spiral. It's concentric circles like a bullseye. So I have a feeling that it is Oliver Queen. Either he's playing Oliver Queen and is pretending to be Billy Macon in this small town. Maybe that's the deal. Maybe he actually is Oliver Queen under the name William Macon. And maybe his son, Billy Macon Jr., I don't know, maybe Jason Ritter's playing Speedy. Could be. I can't wait much longer. So excited for the show. I am too, Sean. Like what little we got. We got zero superhero stuff in this. I was expecting superhero stuff or a shot of the ring. I'm sure the Ring Foundry is going to be really, really excited to get a close-up shot of Hal's ring, which we can look at now. Let's go through this footage. This is just the visuals. There's no audio on this version that I can really look at, but we can watch it again with the audio in a second. I just want to go through these sort of shot by shot. This looks like they talked a lot about a football game. If you look at John, he kind of looks like maybe he's thinking about the past. I know that we have a young version of John. This is at a football game that was shot at in Norwalk, California, which is near me. I visited this set months ago, and I did a live stream from there. Really didn't get much in the way of anything. I did yell at one of the prop makers in their truck. They were working on props, and I asked that guy in the truck, I said, "Hey, you got any power batteries in there?" And he said, "I have no idea what you're talking about," and he laughed. So they absolutely did have power batteries in there. Yeah. I'm gonna say it now. I think Garrett Dillahunt is Green Arrow, and he is sort of retired and gone into hiding, and then he has sort of worked in this town. It's based on nothing. It's based on that one image Garrett Dillahunt posted and got pulled down. Full trailer possibly today, or is this all we're getting? I think this is all we're getting. This is an HBO thing, and HBO like has to post this every year. They have to post this sizzle of everything coming in 2026. They have to do it. So it just happened to fall the day after Supergirl, but I think that for now, the DCU is really pumping and promoting Supergirl, and then HBO is like, well, we have to do this thing with lanterns, and we won't show any superhero stuff. So all the normal people that don't care about superheroes but love HBO and prestige TV, we're gonna do this. They put one ring in there just so the Lanterns fans know what's going on. But if you're just a regular person and have no idea about Green Lantern or Green Lantern lore, you're like, oh, this is just another, like, I don't know what this show is. Because there's no real story to this. It's just a couple of dudes. I don't even know what you're talking about. Get out of here, Wyatt. Yeah, people, Kasi Sweet finally happening. Yeah, it's finally happening. Listen, for the last, even like during the Berlanti era when he was working on a Green Lantern series for HBO, even back then when they cast Guy Gardner and they cast Alan Scott, I was like, I'll believe it when I see it. And even when this started up and they announced Tom King, Chris Mundy, Damon Lindelof, and James Gunn did his announcement for the new DCU Gods and Monsters and all of that stuff, I was like, I'll believe it when I see it. And then they had the one picture in February. That's it. I'm like, okay, cool. There's a picture, but I'll believe it when I see it. And today's that day. It's finally happening. I think we might get the trailer next year. I think so. I think it'll be a little while. I know with like Peacemaker and other HBO shows, they do stuff, I think 6 months out, something like that. 6 months out. Yeah. Notice how he has the Jon Stewart face expression. That look, I mean, listen, he's not wearing the outfit. He is just a guy, but I agree. It looks like Jon Stewart. I'm bummed that they delayed the show too. I did a whole episode on that. Let's get to the next shot here. Okay. So I'll say this. We know that the series revolves around them investigating a murder. And this looks like they're walking into a meat locker or maybe like a coroner's office. So it looks like they've been asked to come investigate this murder. And with Hal coming in first and John kind of following along and Hal scanning around the room, to me, it looks like it might be somebody he knows. And that's why he's here. Because if you look at him, he looks like he's not Green Lantern ready. He does look like that retired Hal from Green Lantern issue 1, 1990. So take that for what it's worth. That's how I'm reading this. This is a coroner's office, and Hal is the first one to go in. Why is he looking up? What's up there? You don't usually go into like a coroner's office and look up. Okay. Them in a car. And let me tell you something. Can I just tell you something? Not once during this like 12 seconds or whatever it is did I say, man, that guy is old. Nope. I just thought it was Hal Jordan. Let's get a look at this ring. Okay, so it looks different than it did in that photo. And Ring Foundry has been working so hard to replicate this ring. I like here on the sides, there's like cracking. It's got this cool gold trim and then a real big jewel in the middle. That's pretty dope. I'm wearing my Ryan Reynolds movie ring right now. It's got some gold in there. Sorry for my hairy hands. But what do you guys think of this ring? I can make it bigger if you want. If I just do that. What do you guys think of that ring? I think it looks pretty good. Like if someone were to like make that like real, like show accurate, like do a really good replica. I wasn't a fan of the Guy Gardner ring that they released at like Hot Topic or that was on DC Online shop. I don't think it really, Guy's ring actually looked more like this. It was a darker green than it did. Jordan says the ring looks great. I agree. I think that's a good looking ring. It looks, the backside here, if I can get hold on. The backside here looks ancient and cracked. The front almost looks like, I don't know. What do you guys think of the gold? What do you think of the gold on this? I'm kind of lukewarm on it. I think I like that the gem in the middle is really big. That's kind of fun. It's a really interesting low profile looking ring. And so this is confirmation that John doesn't have his own ring. John doesn't have his own ring yet. What's that all about? You don't really train to become a Green Lantern until you get the ring from a dead Green Lantern. Jeremy says the gold definitely makes it pop. It does really register Green Lantern, which for me, like, it's cool looking. But I mean, if people know what a Green Lantern is, they're going to be like, why do you have that Green Lantern ring? It really stands out. But for me, in the comics, they're always walking around with like a fully green ring. So I don't, it's also, yeah. Jordan's intrigued by Hal's voice. I mean, it's Kyle Chandler's voice, but yeah, I mean, we'll have to get back and listen to the other version. I'm hoping Will shows up. I don't know. I don't even know if Will's awake. I don't know if any of my stuff got sent to him. I'm going to do a quick check here. Comics Jack, I feel like Hal's ring will also go to John by the end of the season. Yeah, and a lot of people think that's because Hal will die. I hope that's not the case. You know, I hope it's not the case. Or maybe this, guys, for everybody who's complaining and saying that the casting of Kyle Chandler, him being so old, is that he's going to die. And I know that the producers have done interviews and have said that this show is about passing the torch, so to say. A lot of people take that as Hal's going to die. Listen, Hal's died in the comics and he's come back in a thing called Rebirth. And when he came back in Rebirth, he didn't have the white hair. So my hope is that Hal Jordan, if he does die in this, comes back in a rebirth sort of way, and that we get a recast of a person that's more Aaron Pierre's age. So that's my thing. Thing is, Joe rings are all a little different. Each user can have a unique look to the comics. Yeah, absolutely. Kyle's ring in the 90s looked like that. Whereas like a lot of rings nowadays, they look like that. John has a new ring, which I think it was in the Jeffrey Thorne run or in what's it called? A War Journal. He has like a more intricate, like delicate ring. So yeah, I'm hoping I'm obviously I don't want Hal to die, but if John ends up with this ring, that's cool. Definitely sounds like a fighter pilot. I don't know what a fighter pilot sounds like. If Hal dies or becomes Parallax, I'm going to riot. It was my least favorite part of Beware My Power, the animated movie, which I haven't watched yet. I haven't watched the Green Lantern, or I haven't watched it in a while. I watched it once, and Hal became Parallax in that, and it was not good. If Hal becomes Parallax in this, listen, I'm hoping, because this is only 8 episodes, I'm hoping if Parallax happens by the end of this, I'm hoping that we get the death of Hal and Rebirth soon, so that by the time season 2 happens, we can move on to like new casting for Hal, possibly. And then everybody who has been bitching and complaining about Kyle Chandler's age can now like be silenced. But so far this looks good. Hello, fellow lanterns. Hey, Lucas, how's it going? Introducing Parallax so early would be a mistake. It could be, or they could be fast tracking this thing to get Hal Jordan's backstory out of the way so that they can start doing Jeff Johns era stories, maybe, and start focusing on other lanterns. We know Sinestro's in this, and he's been labeled in the press release as a rogue Green Lantern or former Green Lantern. So we know Sinestro's already Sinestro Corps Yellow Lantern. So I don't know. Jordan doesn't like the idea of Hal recast. You're in the minority. You're with me. Like, I like Kyle Chandler. I'm not super mad that we're not getting Hal in his prime. But here's the thing. We do know there are flashbacks in the show. We do know there's a kid playing young Hal Jordan. So maybe there's already a young Hal Jordan in this, and we like him as well. Theory, guy gets fired, John gets his ring, why Nathan Fillion has a scene with F-bombs. That's a good one. I would love more Guy Gardner. I would love Guy Gardner to stick around for a while. Maybe Nathan Fillion doesn't get rid of his ring. Maybe Guy Gardner has enough willpower for it to not leave his hand. And as he's like fighting it, maybe that's why he's swearing. Maybe the ring from Superman and Peacemaker belong to John now, and John's or Guy's just stubborn and won't give it up. I could see that. I like that. I like that a lot. My fear is Parallax would be the end game villain for the movies. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Marvel universe where you have to like watch a TV show to understand what's going on in the movie. It happened with like you had to watch WandaVision to know what was going on in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I don't like doing homework. With this show, I don't know how much of this show is going to tie in to the rest of the DCU. I know that James Gunn said that Salvation will play a part in Lanterns, but this show was started before James Gunn came on board. Chris Mundy, Tom King, and Damon Lindelof are working on this show. So I don't know how much it's going to tie to the DCU or how much James Gunn wants this to be tied into the DCU. So I kind of want Lanterns to live on their own for a little bit. I'd love to see Jon Stewart show up in Man of Tomorrow, but just as like he's a character. Like I don't need stories to start getting confusing as the years go on. I like these self-contained things because I can read Green Lantern books without reading what's going on with like Simon Baz in Justice League Red, but I do it anyway. So for me, I don't like the whole homework. Mark Strong was the best thing about the first GL movie. I'll agree with that. And I didn't think Ryan Reynolds was so bad as Hal. I think he had the essence of Hal. I think it was pretty good. Oven mitts. Nothing about Kyle Rayner, and as you guys know, I'm a big Kyle Rayner fan. Nothing for Kyle Rayner, but I'm hoping that we get to that point. I'm hoping we get to that point eventually. Live action Dexter would be great. Let's head over to the next images here. So Hal jumps out of a moving car. Oh my God, look at him. Look at him tumble. And John is now, oh, you could see him reaching for the ring as fast as he can. Look at this car. Reaching for, yeah, that ring as fast as he can. Do we see any green coming out of there? Oh my gosh. Okay, so this area looks like the area from the photo. So maybe the photo is no, because Hal has the ring. Maybe he uses the ring to get out, and Hal comes down to the bottom of the road. The car is destroyed, and now they're walking down the road. John gave the ring back to Hal. He's like, "Fuck you, you asshole! What did you just do?" Gives him the ring, and now they're just walking down the road because Hal has a ring. And he's not going to use it when John has to walk. He's like, fine, you don't want the ring, we're walking. And that's where we get the image from. That's what I think. That's the order of events I think is going to happen here. So there's some more of this, the House of Dragons and Euphoria and stuff. But there was another shot of Aaron Pierre. What is he doing here? This is Los Angeles. Let's try to see. Okay, so he's wearing this. Let's look at his hand is blurry. I can't see a ring. His hands are so blurry, I can't see a ring. But if he had a ring, I'm assuming he would fly. That's an LA freeway. What do you guys think? Is this a ring, or is that just like a highlight on one of his fingers during the blur? Is he running towards Hal's death? Did Hal die on a freeway in LA? I don't know. We'll see. And I think that's it. Let's watch it. I'm going to watch it again. Sorry, I'm juggling so many screens here. Let's get rid of this. Stop screen. And I'm going to bring back that other one. So we're going to listen to it with sound. All right, let's watch this again.
Trained my entire life for this.
You're not ready to get up in front of the class till the ring says you are.
Pretty fun. I'm going to throw on the subtitles so we can see what they're saying, because I am so distracted by the visuals that I haven't been listening to what they say.
I trained my entire life for this.
You're not ready to get up in front of the class till the ring says you are.
Oh. Okay. All right. You're not. So they're taking the mythology of Green Lantern and changing it up a bit.
Till the ring says you are.
Like I assumed he had been. Is he picked as a Green Lantern? Then why does the ring have to like take its time until John's ready? Also, if you look at this too, they're not all. They're. I mean, Hal's disheveled. But after this car
Ready to
thing,
get up in front of the class till the ring says you are.
so the first image of Hal that we saw with where they're side by side, Hal looks kind of beat up. It's probably from that car roll. Probably. Hal looks great. Yeah. This is all, dude. I'm all for this. My thoughts. I'm excited. We've been waiting so long for Green Lantern to come back to live action, and he's here. They're here. I'm super excited for this. Randy, I would assume that Stuart got a ring and Hal was told by the Guardians to train him. Hal's training method is to take John's ring from him until he's ready. Just to guess, but it looks like there's only one ring. Hal took the ring off his finger, so I don't know. It looks like there's one ring. Do we have a release date for the show? We don't, and I don't think it says. Let's take a look. Oh, this is the whole thing. It just says Lantern's new series. We do know it's coming out after Supergirl. A lot of people are speculating that I think it's either like White Lotus or Euphoria or something. Some other HBO show ends in July. And so we're thinking August. So we're talking about like 10 months, 9 months away. So this is the conception of Lanterns. Is that logo? That logo has to be temporary, right? Oh, Will. More to come at 4 p.m. Eastern. What is this? Why aren't you in? Get over here. Jump on the stream. You have the link. 4 p.m. Eastern. What's that? That's 1 o'clock my time. Am I going to have to be here all day? Am I going to have to set up a new studio for this other thing? Will, I woke up at 5:10 today, something like that. And I'm like, surely they haven't posted anything yet. And I went to YouTube and there it was. And I'm like, God dang it. I didn't know if it was real or not. If someone was like making an AI, thing. Okay, I'm going to open up my Discord. Everyone go on Discord. The link is down below. To join my Discord channel. Lanterns. So is it a full trailer or is it the same footage that like DC's gonna release? Because if there's a full trailer today, I got to do another one of these, and I got Christmas shopping to do. So, holy cow! So if we go more lanterns today, that's great. I'm all for it. Let me know your final thoughts on this, because I might be back later on. I've been going for about 35 minutes on this, like 12 seconds. Yeah, no way we're getting a full trailer. Yeah, I'm really curious to know what's happening at 1 today. But the best thing you guys can do is hit the bell icon, get notified when I go live, and then we'll chat about whatever that is. If it's something where it's like beyond this 12 seconds of footage. I think that's all I have for today, or for now. If anybody has anything else to say, anything else they noticed, let me know. Let's watch it one more time, and then I went a little sooner than I thought. Sorry, juggling a lot of stuff here. Share screen. I need like multiple screen shares on this. Oh no, I deleted out of the YouTube one. I accidentally deleted it out. So I don't know if I'll watch it again. I think that's it. I think we're done. Unless nope, I got it. I'll just do it like this. Here we go. One last time, we're going to watch this 12 seconds again, because this is amazing. Share screen. Alrighty. One last time. What's coming? What's this one before? Dune. Anyone excited for Dune? We'll watch it big. We'll do this. All right, let's watch this one last time.
I trained my entire life for this.
You know, you get up for the class till the ring says you off.
Great. All right. So we'll see what happens at 1 Pacific time. I'll be here, I guess, when that happens, if it's something cool. So yeah, I think that's all for now. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Sorry it was so early, but you're going to have to give shit to HBO for that. Head over, become a member, an Honor Guard member of my YouTube channel, and check all my socials at Lanterns Live. Thank you, everybody. Until next time, beware my podcast. It's Lanterns Live. Bye.